let's jump into the action, guys. Let's get hyped. Let's give me some predictions as well. I will say, I think True will take it. I honestly think True will take it with the very close 3-5. 3-5 for me. True, my man. Let's take a look at how they will play off Mayans here. As you all know, tricky. If you get the market, you can build so many more. And indeed, the market opening instantly here for TheCode. He's going to villager market on the other side. The barracks opening. And True, he kind of has his ego saying to himself, I need to play without market. I need to break the players. And now we will see at the top left, you will see the wood, food, and stone maybe even drop. And we'll get so much more gold. And 2.5k more gold equals 50 more Eagle Warriors if TheCode goes for it. But True's already here, annoying quite nicely with his Eagle Warrior. And this one looks like a solid opening. One villager down. Next one in danger. Thanks for all the subs, guys. And now we have the Eagle here, blocked off quite nicely. No, actually 5 against 5. And now you might feel, okay, what's happening here at the minimap? Why are there so many white dots? Well, mass amount of relics on this one. And that's what I love so much about this map. We also have a big hill in the center, but you cannot build anything on this sandy area. So he'll control a thing. Lots of castles there, not a thing. Military count, as we can see, 16-7. And that was due to TheCode building that market so early. Now tries to hold with some defensive castles. We will see 4 castles being built after only 4 barracks as well. And we can see beautiful swarm at the sides. Now Eagles getting in, not really finding the villager kills though. One going down here. TheCode can't save that one. Another one villager will die here as well. And now it's 2 Ida villagers and 6 in total for TheCode. Quite problematic situation for him. True will expand so much further, and that could be a really nice start for him in this one. Now goes on to gold. Would love to see some first relics or monasteries being dropped off. Drops the quadruple monastery and a sneaky castle at the side to control more relics. 20 relics on the map. We have a relic counter here for all you lovely people that might tune in a bit later, might jump in a bit later as well. Is the market play worth it on this map with many relics? Great question. And that's exactly the reason why I picked this matchup. I don't know. And this is the beauty. Mayans more normally heavily jumping on who gets the market first. And then a lot of luck included. There was an exceptional game on Golden Pit, the Viper against Roomstock, if you want to rewatch that one on my YouTube. And I don't know. How big is the sacrifice to put 2 villagers on the market here? He's behind 5 villagers, is even military, but 4 castles down for now as well. Lots of map control down. Monastery count is 3-0 at the moment. And this is the beauty of Deathmatch World Cup. This is the beauty of this map as well. Something to find out. The Warriors with the plumed archers now holding the ground here. Would love to see how many traps we have in production. So far, only plumed archers, maybe some rams. Onagers actually being added. TheCode is trying to move in here, has equal military, but hill advantage for True. Numbers not that crazy here when it comes to Eagles. For True, though, is getting broken a bit. Where are the Eagle numbers? Oh, but actually, TheCode is retreating here. With 15 fewer military, is getting some raids in. First relics being collected. And oh boy, do I love that I don't have to switch the overlay to see the relic count here. Still getting a lot of control here at the right hand side. I will go for a wild prediction with the relics, but also you say, what do you think? What will be the relic count in the end? Left hand side True, left hand side TheCode, right hand side True. I will go for a wild 7-13. Therefore in favor. CST is the castle count. 6-14, okay. 13-7 for True, 6-14. So all of you are seeing massive advantages here. We will have another raid. Only 1 monastery out now. That one will be blocked quite nicely. Drops another relic. Already 3 in the bank here. 20 more villages as well. I think he needs to kill that forest at the front to just give himself an easier way of engaging. But maybe just stalling a bit could be nice as well. Prepare some siege workshops here. If he gets like 2-3 relics of that half, would just be enormous for him. 15-5, 7-1. Someone confusing this of another beautiful event. 4 relics now guaranteed. We will have some more. So yeah, True will never have less than 7. Not sure how many TheCode will end up with. He has 140 military. Think the main war true against TheCode was my favorite game of the Awakening. The big deathmatch tournament that the Viper finished second at, losing against Sitba in the grand finals there. And we had a similar strategy as well, mass plumed archers by True and the early market. It was in Arabia though, and eventually True broke. TheCode broke True there. Let's take a look. Plumed archers a bit out of position. Need to fight. Ooh, stand ground there. Still a lot of white dots. I see 5 relics now for True, 2 relics for TheCode. We need to see an advantage in the long run when it comes to the relic count. Otherwise, the market did pay off. Still lots of dots here. Left hand side needs to be controlled. Nice move there though. Plumed archer still holding this one, and yeah. Would have loved to see a bit more of relic steal. Will be at least 5 more relics. So TheCode will end up with 7, maybe even more after all this. And heavy losses. True needs to retreat. But we'll get that one. Oh, looks like a second down and 8 to me. Viper lost to TheCode. No, he won 5-2. He's waiting in the grand finals. Going to happen tomorrow. Plumed archers here. Horrible. Lots of losses here. Not the greatest retreat. Nice move here by TheCode, finding a good angle. And yeah, that relic is now running home. True 8, Code 5 pretty soon. We will have some more contestant of those two at the side. More onagers here. Let's take a look. Should be some kills quite easily here. Shooting up there. But, oh, TheCode sees it in time. Way more plumed archers here for True. More of the eagle approach guy is TheCode. Viper only loses to Yo. Well, someone didn't see Clash of the Hippo one or Clown's Cup. Or a lot of tournament that Hera won earlier this year. Still one relic in the back here. True now at 10. I think that will be 11-9 in the end. So an advantage for True, but not the big advantage that he was hoping for. Ooh. Uh-oh. Needs to retreat there. True. Ay. Now skirms even being mixed in. Not my favorite choice. Castle count better for True, as you can see in the overlay here. Now the last relic being picked off as well, I believe. Yeah, indeed, will make it home. So final count will be 11-9 pretty soon. Lots of siege here on the field for TheCode. If we compare that, he has 17 siege, only 5 for Mr. True. Archer count 80-53, but no infantry basically for either player. The pop limit now, gold wise, both pretty damn high. Lots of food still in the bank for True, but he loses another castle. So many traps out here. The Ram's simply not coming out. Okay, now some spawning at the right hand side. Maybe he can get all the traps. Could that be something military wise? Both looking pretty damn hot for now. Oh boy, it feels like more army by Mr. True at this very moment here. Castle count, well, pretty damn even, I would say, but look at the stone, also still in the bank. TheCode looking good there. Now the ram count not too hot here at the front. Oh boys, military still 90-80. Now a monk, not really sure what he is up to. That was an early waypoint apparently. More rams at the front. Ay. Looks like a rough hold for our US American. Let's take a look if he can make it happen. Goes for some raids here. Lovely stuff. We'll find some villager kills. At least he should. But must make sure to not die in the center. Still gold here that he needs to grab as well. Heavily on the one in the back. Wants to mix in some more skirms. Not really patrolling here. Look at that. Half of the army not really fighting in the back. Not pretty, while we see TheCode doing a bit of a better job there. Oh, we find some villager kills. That should be some losses in the long run. But sometimes that means that the opponent has the better production, will get more military because he doesn't have a lot of villagers blocking his space there. Still 3 traps at the front. Castle. 5k HP here. 3 traps moving forward. But I think this could be broken. Army is coming over though. And TheCode sits at 76 villager. Both players now with over 100 military. The castle might fall. Puts True down to only 4. Not really what he's looking for. Still can get some stone though. Not the biggest problem. Still mining stone quite heavily. Not really focusing down on those traps at the moment. More rams moving in. Skirmishes now as well. Eagles won't really do too much anymore. On it just could maybe be something. Oh, traps are finally dying. Finally dying. 100 military for both players. Uh-oh. TheCode, he wants to finish this game. Builds the aggressive castle on the side of his opponent. Plumed archers. Well, numbers look a bit better for True, I believe. Let's quickly click on this one. And indeed, 90 archers for him. 65 on the other side. TheCode goes for 14 infantry. Siege now becoming more and more even. And I'm a bit surprised that I mute the game every time I click on this overlay there. And to talk about that with PKZ. Castle now goes up. Maybe some traps in production could be nice for True, who's already back to 900 gold here and still has a lot of gold there at the front. Trap is going down at the right hand side. Ram dealt with that one quite nicely. Monastery survive, and that's actually the monastery with 8 relics. So one more shot could have gotten a lot of gold there. Whew. Setting in the audio tab of AoE. Oh. What would that be? Like, going out of the game, still play the sound? I'll try to find that. Thanks, Polska. And Plume's diving in. Will get the trap kill there. Just such a big amount of units. Rams are moving forward. Not a lot of siege from TheCode at the moment, though. Remember, True, 2 more relics, so the very long game might be nice for him. KD is looking a bit better for him as well. Now pushes in. He has way more siege at the moment. Way more siege, and plumed archers are not in the numbers. 110 military to 75. Did True maybe do this? What a beautiful start off in this series here. And well, we have, okay, it's just some random walls. I thought that might have been a forward attack, but not really. And more castles going down. Now he has so much more gold to grab. What is this? And nearly masters roughly 2.5k. A bit more plus million bonus there. So that could be lots of plumed archers again. Remember, 11 relics still ticking for him. Shall not pass, indeed. Going for the trap again, but dies there. Mass amount of plumed archers on both sides. Castle is falling though. TheCode still 30 villages on gold. Some at the bottom there, some over there, but shouldn't be too much left. True, now finally goes into that one. Still has some skirms mixed in as well. Goes for that castle. Would love to see like 2 traps or something. He actually has traps. Could use that. Very important though that he also repairs that monastery. Now needs to reproduce some rams here at the front. Whew, the intensity of the game 1. You guys know, best of 9 coming our ways. Could be a very long day. Yesterday, it wasn't super long. Less than 3 hours after we had close to a 2-hour game as the start. But then TheCode just with a very, no, True with a very strong performance and just clapped Tato back to RM. Castle is being held. That ram couldn't get the kill against the trap. Oh god, and the monastery did go down. The monastery did go down at the top. Uh-oh, not the greatest gold income now. Let me quickly take a look at that. Overall gold income, 5.3 to 4.1. Well, we'll take some time to... Oh no, he actually shift-clicked on the ones in the back. And the next monastery is under attack as well. The monk goes the long way. Ay, 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 ay. Nice control here by Mr. True. By TheCode. That's something maybe you could have seen earlier. Finally, the traps are shooting here as well. Now ram count a bit better. 12 on gold versus 25 on gold. Massive amount of villagers being sent forward. Both players can build more castles if they desire to. So much micro to pick up all the relics again. I think just shift clicking could be an option here, no? Okay, finally the monks can do something. 900 HP here. Plumed Archers a bit in the back. Goes for some more skirmishes in the front. Rams. Just send them forward. Very idle here, Mr. True. Left hand side seems to be too much micro for him. Here is even putting them back into another monastery that he built further back. But that's so much micro for him at the moment that he's very distracted. Finally, the Rams are doing something again. Mining camp went down here as well. Long distance mining here towards the main TC. TheCode keeps up the aggression through fewer villagers, but it all comes down to the gold count here. And, well, more gold income for quite some time here for TheCode, who's now building more siege workshops at the front. Finally, relics reclaimed. Finally, 11 to 9 again. But, pooey, that was a bit of a hiccup here. Nice move by TheCode, playing very aggressively there. Plumed Archers actually attacking the siege workshop instead of going for the army. Not the greatest thing ever. KD super close. Yesterday we had this 2-hour game. Game number 1. And the KD difference was at 7. It was like 3k to 3k 7. Something in that amount. Rams are moving forward again. 10 Rams here at the front against 9 Rams of TheCode. Another siege workshop goes down. Would still love to see some more trap action behind this one. Plumed Archer count that I can see 47 to 41. So looks a bit better for True here. Ram count needs to be increased a bit more. Oh, this is so tough. It's just every single time you get some gold, you're producing again. How much gold do we have at the front? 1300. Okay, like 1700 gold still left to mine here. Skirmishers now being added by TheCode as well. Neither player really going for any selling so far after the initial market abuse. Trying to hold this one. Plumed Archers trying to surround the... Oh, but dies. And with the splash damage actually ungarrisons on the monastery. Sick move here. And, well, does some micro movement there as well. Might have just been a patrol as well. And ungarrisoned, so 10 to 9 relics again. Ay, what an intense game. And this is only 34 minutes into this set, into game number 1. But still so much production, so many Plumed Archers, so many skirmishes being built. But look at that. That's mainly skirms now. Look at that, 56. How is the Plumed Archer count looking? 32. Well, still okay. He has some in the back. He has some at the right-hand side. But maybe Eagles could now be an option again. Why doesn't True take out the traps? Well, it's not that easy, right? He doesn't really have the raiding units at the moment. Just needs some more traps himself, in my opinion. Now he takes the fight with all his plumes against the skirmishes. That's something he doesn't want to do. Maybe Onagers could now be an addition as well. Just feels like TheCode can dictate where he wants to attack into a bit easier than True can. Now Onagers indeed being added. And, oh, try to wall off the trap. Indeed, succeeded with that one. Nice move. The Ram not really knowing what to do with its life. Forward. Okay, finally it decided on its purpose in life. 2 relics down, garrisoned. 9v9 relics at the moment. 2, as you can see here, more Rams pushing in. TheCode with a nice forward base. True, struggling to keep his population above 160. Skirms going down as well. Resources at the limit. 5 farmers here. Now queues up some more. Can't reproduce more skirmishes. Onager, can it get the shot off? And gets an okay shot off. Maybe a second one. Okay. Not too bad. Oh, and again, goes for those monasteries. What a sick move. TheCode's so active, and it just feels like that in the end it did pay off. True, I think maybe focusing a bit more at the bottom. If he played against the 2 villager market, could have helped him out. I think he sort of had a bigger advantage with all the relics there at the side. In the end, was a nice push by TheCode, who is now looking to finish off this game. He's at pop 180, True struggling to keep himself above 140. 17 farmers, 37 on wood, 0 on gold, 69 villagers only, 12 of them idle. Not really knowing where to do with them. Maybe going for some more farms, but getting pushed so heavily. Can't really go on to his gold as well. 7 relics now, 2-9. Suddenly TheCode with the advantage in a game that already was looking good for him. Goes for some more eagle raids. So active behind this one as well. Such a nice move here. What could True have done differently, Professor? Well, I think if he plays against the 2 villager market, he needs to have a bigger advantage than 11 to 9 relics. I think maybe more than 4 barracks. I think like 6 barracks opening, get more map control, get the castles a bit later. Might have been an option. Because he went like 4 barracks and then 4 castles very early on. That's why his plume numbers were nice. But map control was actually not that crazy good for him. And then take the skull a bit earlier. Might have been something. Maybe mix in skirms a bit earlier as well. It's not easy to say, right? And it's obviously so much easier to say in hindsight. Plus, while seeing everything, lovely moves. Look at that. No. What? How did that... How is this one not in the... Oh! The monastery is full. 10 out of 10. This is the T90 monastery. He wanted to go for 11 out of 10. But actually, out of 10 means you can't get more than 10. If it says out of 10, the maximum is 10, guys. And the monastery knows that. T90 apparently doesn't. But that's how math works. Phew. Getting angry again. And that's why he can't set the relic in there. Needs to build another monastery. Have you ever given 120%? No. Phew. Pop 120. Still the nice controller at the front. True obviously knows this is his dream. This is... okay, now he sees, rushes out the monastery. But still, pop 130 here. So much control now. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some villagers now being sent to the front as well. You think the game needs bigger monasteries? No. You know, True is a math professor. So, not really professor, but a math educator. So, he knows how it works and adjusts accordingly. I'm happy. Pop on 40, Rams now moving forward, but simply not a lot of stuff to follow this one up. 80 villagers now for both players. True continues to somewhat hold on, but it just feels like it's delaying. And now it's 11 against 9 relics, right? Oh, maybe his Rams will get... Oh, that Ram needs to go through. Needs to get the kill against the trap. Won't get that. Ay. Isn't it over? Well, let's say it's looking really bad for True. But he's a guy that will stay in games quite long as well. And he is one of the guys that I've seen the craziest comebacks of, so... Well, you can't allow yourself a comeback if you are given up too early. Well, he's back to pop 160. He has 11 relics. So... He has some stuff going for him, but yeah, very little map control. Is getting raided at the sides as well. Not the prettiest spot. We'll lose that castle behind this one as well. Code's monasteries are very exposed. Could True attack those? Let's go into True's point of view, and what does he see? He sees those monasteries over here. So technically yes, but at the moment he obviously can't spare the units. But yeah, would have loved to see a siege workshop here, cut the trees, maybe 2 rams, kill all that. Would have been a lovely move for sure. But didn't have the breathing room for at least the last 20 minutes. Finally, the villagers arrived here as well. Stealing off the goat at the front. Sneaky, sneaky move. Or not that sneaky, but mean. Let's call it mean. More rams, more skirmishers, and True simply doesn't have the gold to go for the eagles. Like 6-7 eagles could do so well against all those skirmishers here. No score, lol. Lol, what? Don't you see the 0-0 at the top, or not the 28 against 22k at the bottom? Lol. Return to map G to the G. The code will take game number 1. Solid opening for him. Obviously, the market early on, as we predicted earlier, no market approach by True. And yeah, a lovely, lovely game here to start this one off. Exactly what I wanted to see how does the early market fare against the non-market, the ballsy play, the gentleman's play, how some DMers would call it, with the no market opening. And yeah, 11-9 relics, probably not the advantage that Mr. True needed in this one. Okay, I was told I can go for options, audio, mute on focus lost. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Okay, then let's take a look at the statistics together, guys. Military. Better KD actually for Mr. True. They take reasonable engagements, but 170 largest army against 113 just made it so much easier for True to take the big fights there. And yeah, lovely stuff. Also killed way more buildings. Gold count overall, 3k more for the code. So that was relatively close. Relic count gave 2k extra in the end. Lovely game number 1. Now we jump into the home map of Mr.